Good afternoon, students. So today we are going to discuss about atomic models. So we have seen yesterday in last class about subatomic particles. So what are they? Electron, negatively charged subatomic particle, and to neutralize electron, protons will be there. So and then one more subatomic particles, neutrons are there. So neutrons are discovered by Chadwick, the scientist Chadwick. So it is not that much of important discovery. So the subatomic particles will be electron, proton and neutron. So how they are arranged in an atom, how they are placed in the atom. So that is called atomic model. So atomic models deals with the arrangement of subatomic particles in a atom. So how they are located, how they are placed in the atom. So that models will be explained. So the first model by J.J. Thomson model. So it is also known as watermelon model or plum pudding model. So in this model he explained that, so he compared the atom as a spherical sphere. So it is spherical in shape, it is called a sphere. So here this sphere is, he assumed the sphere as made up of positive charge. So he assumed that atom is a sphere made up of positive charge. So this all sphere is positive charge. And here these are electrons are embedded in that positive sphere. So here and there electrons will be there in this spherical atom. So he compared this atom as watermelon. So in watermelon, the red content of the watermelon he assumed as a positive sphere, and seeds in the watermelon are like electrons. He assumed as they are electrons. So this is about plum pudding model. So J.J. Thomson proposed that atom is a spherical shape, so in which the positive charge is uniformly distributed. He said that positive charge is distributed throughout the sphere, throughout the atom, and the electrons are embedded in a such a manner to give the most stable electrostatic arrangement. Means, so this positive charge is balanced by this negatively charged electrons. Hence the atom is stable and electrically neutral. So he said, he proposed his model. So but J.J. Thomson has failed. So because he doesn't have any proof or evidence for his atomic model. So that's why, so this theory has some failures. So it is proved by Rutherford. So Rutherford is another scientist. He proved that this theory, this model, plum pudding model is wrong. So is correct. The next atomic model is Rutherford nuclear model. So Rutherford and his students, so they have conducted one experiment. It is called alpha scattering experiment. So it is a very famous alpha particle scattering experiment. It is very important. So they have taken one thin coil gold foil. So gold metal foil. So foil means, so they have taken thin sheet of gold. So it is a very thin sheet. So it is a single layer atoms made up of gold atoms. So they have taken this thin gold foil and they are taking alpha particle source. So any heavy metals will, so they will release the alpha, beta and gamma particles. Means radioactive metals. So he has taken one source of alpha particles. So means radioactive element. It will release alpha particles. So it releases alpha particles, and they are alpha particles when striking this gold foil. So they will be, so he has observed many things. So what are his observations? So here if you observe this alpha particle, some alpha particles will goes through the thin gold foil and some are deflected. So if you observe, so this is deflection. So this is straight, so they are passed away through the gold foil, and some are deflected by some angle, and some are deflected through 180 degrees angle. So he has observed three things. So most of alpha rays are gone through the atom, gone through this metal gold foil. So means, so most of them, 99% alpha particles are gone through the atom. Means what we can tell that, so there is no positive or negative charge, because alpha particles are positively charged particles. So alpha particles means 2He4. So this is +2 charge. So helium nucleus when loses 2 electrons, so it will possess 2 charge, +2 charge, and 4 mass. So this is charge, this is mass. So these are called alpha particles. So alpha particles will have positive charge. So means they are not deflected, means there is no positive or negative charge in this gold foil. So means most of the atom will have empty space. There is no positive charge, there is no negative charge. So most space is empty. Means they are gone through this metal foil without deflection. So when they are deflected, when the positive charge will be there in this foil, then they will be deflected, because positive and positive will have repulsions. Okay. So most of the atom is contain empty space. So some alpha particles they are deflected with some angle. So what this indicates? So means there is a positive charge will be there. So some part is deflected, means only positive charge is very much less space is located. So in atom most of the space is empty and only some space is having positive charge. And very few alpha particles, means 1 out of 20,000. 1 out of 20,000 alpha particles. Means very few alpha particles are deflected by 180 degree angle. So very few particles are deflected by 180 degrees angle, means there is a positive charge is there. So where they are deflected, that space is very small space, and it is having plus charge. So that's why they are repulsion is there. Positive will have repulsions. So they are deflected by 180 degrees angle. So means most of the atom space is empty, and only positive charge is located at the center of atom within small space. So J.J. Thomson Planck-Moody model says that positive charge is throughout the sphere, but here he proved that this positive charge is located only at the center and at the very small space. So that's why Rutherford J.J. Thomson model was failed. So and he has observed that, so here he has given some postulates. So here these are gold atoms. So most are without deflection, they are passed through the gold foil, and some are deflected by angle, some angle, means they are near the nucleus. So that's why they are deflected by very small angle. So some are deflected, so they are come back 180 degrees angle. So means nucleus is located at that part. So he has given, so this is the Rutherford experiment. So he has given these observations. If you observe, most of the alpha particles are passing through the gold foil undeflected. So without deflection, like this, pass through without deflection. And a small fraction of the alpha particles were deflected by small angle. So these are some angle. So they are deflected by some angle, means there is a positive charge. And very few alpha particles are bounded back by 180 degrees. So means there is a nucleus, there is a positive charge. So that's why they are deflected, means repulsed, and they are changing angle by 180 degrees. On the basis of these observations, he has given that most of the space in. So based on first observation, so there is no deflection, means the space is, so that space doesn't contain any charge. So means most of the space in atom is empty. Most of our alpha particles are undeflected. And a few positively charged alpha particles were deflected. Some are deflected, means, so the deflection must be due to repulsive force. And it is showing that positive charge is not spread throughout the atom. And next, so Rutherford showed that the volume, and here he said that volume of nucleus is, so he named that positive space is as nucleus, and that nucleus is very, very small. So it is 10 power, if nucleus is about 10 power minus 10 meters, so the atom is, so 10 power minus 10 atom, so the nucleus is 10 power minus 15. So means it is very, very small in size. And one more postulate of Rutherford is electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a circular path. So this is also a postulate of this Rutherford nuclear model. So like planets are revolving around the sun, so in the same way electrons are revolved around the nucleus. So he compared his model as the solar system. So that's why it is called, so this model is also called nuclear model of